Good morning.
Good morning, me. It just says
This is
iPhone on my screen.
yeah, this is Marta. How are you? Good morning.
Marta, good to see you.
So I was able to put my first offer since I joined the Kelly Williams Center a few weeks ago, and I also have my own buyer seller's house under contract. So both at the same day yesterday, and I wanted to say thank you to John DiMartino. He's been my coach, and he's been great. So if he's listening, thank you very much for helping.
Love it. Great stuff. Thanks for sharing. Who's next?
I'll go ahead and share.
Okay, love that.
So I submitted my first offer on Friday. So we should hear back today on our rental. And I just hit 1,000 door knocks on Sunday, and the month's not over yet. So in the month, 1,000 doors I've knocked on.
Lauren, I am so proud of you. So awesome. Cool. Keep them coming. Okay.
I had my first closing on Friday.
There you go, Danielle.
Awesome. Congratulations.
So proud of you.
Congrats.
And first of many, many, many more. Right, Danielle?
That's right.
There you go, girl. Love it. Okay, guys, we're going to start. So we are continuing our 24-day journey on the 24 topics of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And just as a reminder, quick plug from my friend James Shaw. I believe it is September 29th. I could be wrong, which is tomorrow, by the way, that
Yep.
James Shaw is teaching the 24 topics of the MREA. If you haven't registered yet, you still have time. And do I know the registration link? No, I don't. If somebody does, if you would share that in the chat, that would be great. Okay, so today we're on topic number 6, which is the 80-20 principle. And before I get into the text, I want to share my screen with you. And we're going to look at the job description of a real estate agent. I'm not going to look at that. We're going to look at this. So I'm just going to scroll down and look at pre-listing activities. Make appointments with seller for listing presentation. Do you have to do that? Well, I would say yes. That's lead generation. That's your job. Send a handwritten or email confirmation of appointment and call to confirm. Is that something that you, as the agent or the rainmaker, have to do? No. That's something that can be leveraged. Don't worry, I'm not going to go over every single one of these. That would be boring. Number 3, review appointment questions. I would call that a soft interview prior to the listing presentation. If you go back and watch my video, my 14-point video presentation, we did that over 14 days. So there's 14 videos on my YouTube page. And that would be part of the soft interview. Sorry, I'm super multitasking here because of the waiting room. Research average days on market for properties similar. Guys, if you're in a place where there's background noise, please mute yourself. Research average days on market for properties similar, blah, blah, blah. Do you have to do that? No, you don't. That's something that can be leveraged. So we're going to keep scrolling down. There's 20 items on the pre-listing activities. That's before you even get the listing. Listing appointment presentation. After listing agreement is signed. Holy cow. Entering property into the MLS database. If you want a copy of this, never mind. I'll just email it to everybody.
Perfect.
Marketing the listing. Marketing the listing. Wow. Look at all this. The offer and contract. Holy cow. You guys still want to be real estate agents? Tracking the loan process. Are you kidding me? Home inspection. We're up to 152. The appraisal. We're up to 157. Closing, preparation, and duties. All right. So we are up to 181 items on your job description. Still want to do this? Follow up after closing, 184 items on your job description. Wow. And I'm going to tell you that your 20% is only five. Five things that your 20% consist of. And don't worry, I'm going to tell you what those 5 things are before we finish. However, before we do that, let's go to our playbook and page 97. Here's what Gary has to say. There is an amazing principle in life. I'm going to slow down because words really matter. There is an amazing principle in life that when fully understood will probably change your life forever. It's called the Pareto principle or the 80-20 rule. 80% of our results, 80% of our production, 80% of the money we earn will come from 20% of our actions. Now I'm going to change actions to activities. Now, going over to page number 98. Most people believe that time and effort alone deliver results. Time on task over time equals mastery, right? And while this may be true, the 80-20 rule teaches us that time and effort on the 20% that really matters will deliver 80% of the results we seek. At the bottom of the page, Gary goes on to say, when we are focused on the 80%, that doesn't matter, we tend to get 20% of the results we want. Now, it doesn't mean it doesn't matter. So let me just stop there and explain for a moment. Just because Gary is saying it doesn't matter doesn't mean it doesn't matter. What it means is it doesn't have to matter to you. My 80% is somebody else's 20%. The truth is that when our actions are not focused on the 20% that matters, the results we want usually don't show up. Doing a lot of things is never a substitute for doing the right things. Don't ever let the things that matter least get in the way of the things that matter most. Like everything else, real estate sales has its 20%. The 20% the millionaire real estate agent focuses on are the 3 L's, leads, listings, and leverage. Now, what's your 20%? Lead generation. Define lead generation, because until you define lead generation, you don't know if you can check that box. At the end of the day, did you accomplish lead generation? Well, that depends. And keep in mind that lead generation can mean one thing for me and something else for you. Lead generation for me can be working the phone and communicating with my database. Let me put that another way. Lead generation can be 20 conversations to my database in order to build relationships. They're care calls, not sale calls. I'm building relationships. I'm looking for opportunity. And every single call includes, hey, by the way, who do you know that's looking to buy or sell a home? If I were to call Eddie, Eddie's in my database, and I were to have a check-in call with Eddie, in a 36 touch, I'm going to talk to him once every 3 months. And if I followed the Ford model of communication, family, occupation, recreation, dreams, and I said, hey, Eddie, how you doing? Just to check in and see how are things going. And Eddie says, great, cool. How's your family, Eddie? Everybody doing okay? I mean, things are crazy right now. Everybody healthy? Yeah, good. What are you seeing? How do you feel? By the way, are you still working as an accountant at blank, blank, blank accounting firm? And if I had a referral for you, are you accepting new clients? That's the O, occupation. Hey, Eddie, I saw on Facebook you guys were getting ready to go on a cruise. I think you were going to the Bahamas. Did you have a great time? Yeah? Cool. What was your most favorite thing? What did you do that you enjoy the most? That's the R, recreation. Now, if I stop there and say, Eddie, it was so great talking to you. Listen, if there's anything you need, I'm a phone call away and I'll give you a call again in 3 months. Does that count as a real estate conversation?
Yes.
No, sorry. Who was that? Camille, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Camille, let me coach you. I left one very important part out.
Dreams.
No. I didn't ask Eddie, hey, Eddie, just out of curiosity, if you knew of anybody that was going to buy a home or sell a home, would you refer them to me?
Mm.
By the way, who do you know that's looking to buy or sell? Cool. You don't know of anybody right now? That's awesome. I really appreciate you taking a moment to think about that. And please keep in mind that when you do, please call me. Now, what I've done is I've activated Eddie's reticular activator. Because we had that conversation, chances are he's going to have a conversation with someone in the next 24 hours who's looking to buy or sell. Now, if I don't have that conversation, ain't happening. And that's not a real estate conversation. So for me, that my lead generation can be nothing but reaching out to my database, because I don't want to cold call. That FSBO stuff and that expired stuff is for the birds. I'm not doing that. Okay, cool. Hit your goals without calling one for sell by owner. I think that's great. Now, for you, it might be going out and knocking on doors. And that's awesome. Or it might be networking. Everybody's definition is different. However, it has to include 20 conversations that have the opportunity to add somebody to your database, get an appointment, or get a referral. And at the end of the day, when you can check that box, success. Now, I want you to remember that I went deep on lead generation for a reason. We're going to come back to this. Number 2 on your list of things that make up your 20% are face-to-face appointments with buyers and sellers. My daily standard is at least 1. I am going to be face-to-face with one person every single day who's thinking of buying or selling a home. I don't care if it's 30 days from now, 60 days from now, 90 days from now, or next year, because all leads are the same and all leads are awesome. There is no such thing as a bad lead, just real estate agents who don't follow up. And because I'm face-to-face with 250 people, because I'm going to work 250 days, because I'm taking 2 weeks vacation and I'm not working weekends, I have 250 opportunities to list someone's home or work with a buyer in the next 12 months. It's called follow-up. The third thing that makes up my 20% is take seller listings. And my daily standard, or my weekly standard, and my monthly standard are blank. It's blank because whatever your number is, that's your number. But you have to know what it is, because how can you hit a goal that you don't have? How can you hit a goal that you can't see? The fourth thing that makes up your 20% is negotiate contracts. And number 5, practice and role play your scripts. You want to master real estate? Master the conversations of real estate. Now, if there are 5 things that make up your 20%, how many things are there in your 20% of the 20%?
One.
Good job, Danielle. Now, watch this. This is so cool. Let's make this bigger so you could see it. Let me move all the faces on my screen so I can see it. All right, are you looking at a geometric progression?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Guys, what's your 20% of the 20%? Somebody take yourself off mute and talk to me.
The first domino.
And what's that first domino, Ryan?
Making phone calls.
Okay, you're right. And it's lead generation.
Yes, lead generation.
Now, if I focus on domino number 1 every single day, I have 20 conversations focused on getting an appointment, building relationships, adding somebody to my database, or getting a referral. And at the end of the day, I can put a check next to that box, done. What happens to my real estate business over time when I've accomplished my one thing?
It's going to keep growing nonstop.
It's going to keep growing.
Yep.
What else, guys? I agree with you, Ryan. I'm looking for a little bit more specific of an answer.
You're going to have a hockey stick effect.
It's going to have a hockey stick effect. Tell
Right,
us what you. Go ahead, Alex. You're on the right track.
It's slowly going to grow, and then before you know it, it's just going to go ahead and skyrocket and take off. If you're doing everything right, you're going to be doing business. You're going to be getting referrals. You're going to be doing business. You'll need help.
You'll create momentum.
It'll create momentum. I hope you guys are taking notes because this is good stuff. Your business will blow up. Now, I'm not talking about face-to-face appointments, taking seller listings, negotiating contracts, or practicing and role-playing your scripts. Sorry, guys, Monica's walking by and making fun of me. What? It happens. All you have to do is focus on domino number 1, which is lead generation. All you have to do every day is check that box. And when you do that, that tiny little domino will knock over the next domino 50% larger than domino number 1. Domino number 2 will knock over another domino 50% larger than domino number 2. And by the time you get to the 18th domino, you're at the Leaning Tower of Pisa. By the time you get to the 23rd domino, you're at the Eiffel Tower. By the time you get to the, even with glasses on, I can't see that. I think it says 31. Yes. By the time you get to the 31st domino, you're at the Mount Everest. And by the time you get to the 57th domino, you're at the moon. Now, what is the moon for you? I'm being quiet because I don't, it's not because I don't know what to say, because I'm waiting for you guys to take yourself off mute and talk to me. What is the moon for you? What does that look like in your real estate business? When you just focus on that first domino every single day and you blow up your real estate business. What is the domino for you?
4 closings a month.
Say that one more time, Luciana.
4 closings a month.
48 closings in a year. Hang in there with me. What would 48 closings a year do for you?
Oh God, a lot.
What's a lot?
Financial freedom.
If the average commission check is $10,000, that's $480,000. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would that do for you? How would that change your life? What would you do different that you're not doing right now?
Make more phone calls.
No. When you are selling 48 homes a year, what would you do different in your life? Remember?
Oh, in my life.
Mission, vision, values. Our mission is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, and lives worth living. What's that life worth living look like when you're closing 48 deals a year?
Helping more people.
Helping more people? How?
Right.
How? How are you helping more?
Giving them jobs,
Oh, yes.
helping other realtors, having a buyer's agent to work with me, or
Less fortunate.
assistant.
Having the
Pretty good.
ability to
Invest
mentor
in
and
real
help grow their
estate.
businesses.
Say that one more time, Alex.
Having the ability to mentor and help grow other people's businesses as well.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the butterfly effect. You are changing the world. You are literally changing the world. Money is good for the good it can do. What would you do to help others that you're currently not doing when you get to the moon? Because you focused on domino number 1 every day, not some days, not the days when you felt like it. Remember the duck story. They get up every day and they quack. They don't just go quack, feed me on the days that they feel like it. They don't stay home. No, I'm not quacking today. It's cold outside. No, it's raining. Oh, I hurt my flipper yesterday. I'm going to stay home. My beak is sore. I'm going to stay home. What would your life look like if you hit that domino every single day? All right. Ahas. Talk to me.
It's back to what you always say, or what's always said in Keller Williams, that success, it's that simple, but it's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, talk to 20 people a day, Diane. John, how do I succeed in real estate? Talk to 20 people a day. Have 20 real estate conversations every single day. It can't be that easy. Yeah, it is. Have 20 real estate conversations every single day. Talk to me, guys. Let's go.
So, John, you talk about the number one thing is lead generation, but for a little while there, we took it off of lead generation and we talked about lead follow-up, which is our number 2 thing.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
For me, good job,
Yeah.
Camille. For me, they're the same thing.
Got it.
They're the same thing because they're in that same box. If I showed you my calendar, it's here somewhere. I've got time blocked every day for lead generation. Lead follow-up happens during that time as well.
I never thought about it like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So for me, it's also mastering the scripts and role play.
Mm.
So you can be having a lot of conversations, and there's a bold saying that you can mistake movement for achievement.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you are having purposeful conversations, what will those conversations look like, and how many appointments can you get with that?
Yeah, Victoria, I 100% agree, and stay with me for a moment. And guys, don't hear something I'm not saying, because I really want you to get hyper-focused on this one thing. Even if I didn't practice and role play my scripts every day, Victoria, which, hello, I want you to do that. And even if I didn't do that, Victoria, if I was in lead generation every day for at least 3 hours and I had 20 real estate conversations and I booked 1 face-to-face appointment, whichever comes last, if I did that every day, would I get better at my scripts even without practicing and role playing my scripts?
Absolutely.
There you go.
And if you're not seeing the results, just that's where you can focus.
Tweak.
Yeah.
You have 2 issues, guys, that stand between you and whatever you want in this career. Number 1 is lead generation. Number 2 is lead conversion. So if you're having 20 conversations every day and you're not getting appointments, it's a lead conversion conversation.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
I need one more aha before I set you guys free.
During Mega Camp, they the one reason that I hadn't heard before about our scripting, which those young folks were so great at the script offs. And they were almost verbatim next to all the scripts that we go through. I've been going through for a while, and I still don't know it by heart. The one thing that the reason why we should script is because we don't have to be thinking about what to say next, because our scripts is going to take us there.
Yeah.
So Victoria, I'm on the same role as you. I have to learn my scripts.
So Camille, I'm going to coach you again. Sorry, twice in one call.
I love it.
I want you to move from I have to I am.
Thank you.
I am
I am.
mastering my scripts, not I have to, because you don't have to.
Right.
Nobody's going to make you.
Yeah.
Monica's making fun of me again.
I'm mimicking you.
You guys heard that, right?
Yeah.
Monica,
All right.
stop it.
All right, it's Monday morning, it's 8:32, TGIM. Time to get to work. It's 20 conversations, not 18, not 17. That 19th conversation could have been a listing that you took, that $1 million listing that earns you $30,000. And if you didn't have the 19th conversation, you didn't get the listing, and you never knew that you would have got the listing. It's conversations focused on building a relationship, care calls, not sale calls. Every single conversation is focused on building a relationship, and the goal is to get an appointment, get a referral, or add somebody to your database. Go on one face-to-face appointment every single day with someone who's thinking of buying a home or selling a home. Doesn't matter if it's 30 days from now, 6 months from now, or a year from now, because a year from now, you're taking listings and you're selling homes. Enter those 250 people into your pipeline and follow up, follow up, follow up forever. Remember to reject rejection. No is not a word that lives in your vocabulary. And make it a great day, everybody.
You too, John.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
My pleasure.
Thanks, John.
My pleasure.
Thank you, John.
My pleasure, guys. Go get them.
Thank you, John. Have a great day.
Thank you, Pamela. You too.
Hopefully I be under contract by 12.
You will be.